So let's just start at the top with Lindy.
It's me.
It's you.
I'm Foxina. She is a half-elf ranger and beastmaster, and she has Silro the wolf.
Okay, Alicia.
Hi. So I play Miati. She's a sea elf warlock, rogue. Kind of it for now.
Okay. Spade.
How you doing? I am the Wizard Washgale. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Jamie.
And I will be reprising my role as a Razorwin, a 90-year-old half-elf rogue, arcane trickster, thief, rogue, criminal, all of it.
Okay. And we don't have Jordan tonight, but he's bringing Link back. A halfling bard and a paladin, an Oath of Devotion paladin. He should be picking a bard college soon, so we'll see how that goes. See which way he decides to go with that. So we're gonna start with you guys in the tavern that you own, the Troll Skull Tavern. You have just returned home from defeating the Cult of Asmodeus. You killed the Castlanters. You were oh, hello, baby.
He's here. He made his appearance.
Oh, hold on. Let me grab the book.
Puppy.
I did
know I met my neighbor's puppy today.
Maya, no. Maya, out. Would you like to say hello? Come here. Say hello. Say hi. Say hi.
There she
Hi.
is.
She says, I say
So
hello.
cute.
I have to go.
Oh, pop, pop.
Hello and goodbye.
Bubby.
Bye-bye.
He's a Bubby.
Say bye-bye. All right, out. Sorry, she opened the bedroom door on me again.
No.
Okay, so you defeated the Castlanters. You found out all about their crazy bullshit. That's basically the best way to put it. So you defeated Amalia Castlanter and her husband, Victoro. They worshipped the demon Asmodeus. They traded the souls of their children for power and long life.
How many kids did they used to have?
So they had 3. They had an eldest son, Osvaldo, who was taken immediately. His soul was taken as soon as they made the deal. And he was transformed into a chain devil. They had 2 twins, Terenzio and Elzarina, whose souls would be taken when they turned 9.
And what did they get? What was more important than their 3 babies?
Good health, power, and long life. So her husband, Victoro, was searching for the stash of gold dragons to try to buy his way out of the contract. Amalia was trying to just kill everybody. Yeah, she literally just wanted to kill everybody.
Bitch.
Ash.
So you guys got in this big war with them, and let me find the chapter. I don't need the Enchiridion. Thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right chapter.
You're good.
So somehow, a way that you guys still haven't figured out, the Castellanters ended up with the Stone of Galore and the keys that unlock the Vault of Dragons. And they got all the dragons and stuff, and you ended up getting in this big combat with them. And Foxina actually is the one that Amalia got the last blow and fucked her shit up, basically. And said, "Fuck this bitch."
Oh.
So let me find this is all of the, describe the castle and the villa. I don't need that. What I really need is that.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the thing in here that tells me what you actually get at the end. Okay, so so you ended up getting about, hold on. About 500 gold dragons a piece. The original party ended up with 500 gold dragons a piece, along with.
Is it insensitive to ask, did we also receive Sashoa's 500?
In the four of you.
An extra 125 gold each between you. Well, yeah, if it's split
Right.
full.
Nah.
If you take
No.
that extra 500.
You also got a bracer of flying dragons. Or daggers, not dragons, daggers. And the feather of diatrima summoning. You can decide puppies. That you can decide how you want to split those up. You also have
Sorry, it was a feather of what?
hold on, I will type it in the chat. And then the bracer of flying daggers. You also received a badge of the watch. And that was given to the party to decide who's going to wear it. It adds a +2 bonus to your AC if you don't use a shield. And it's only given to those who have earned the trust of the Open Lord of Waterdeep.
I think Fox should wear it.
What am I wearing? I'm wearing
The
the
badge for +2. Well, Link uses the shield.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah.
And it would be dope if Raz had the bracer of flying daggers.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So what's the badge again? I'm sorry.
So it's a badge of the watch. Sorry. It gives you a +2 to your AC if you don't use a shield. And it's only given to those who earn the trust of the Open Lord of Waterdeep.
And being as she was the party member to land the final blow, it's only appropriate.
So it's a couple of days after all of your adventure, after your adventure had ended. And you're all sitting in the bar. And Daffy has already returned to the forest. She said, "Hey, fuck y'all, I'm done."
Did not.
No, that was she must have been much nicer than that.
Peace out, y'all.
No, honestly, she most likely got a letter or some type from home from her sister requesting help with their grandmother.
And
she
then
was like,
she
you know
kissed
what?
us all on the lips and left. No.
Fuck this shit, I'm
I
out.
love all of you.
So,
And she definitely got a ride on Silvero finally.
Aw.
100%. Sorry, I'm like trying to put something in my stomach.
You're good.
Sensible.
I'm sitting
So
on like
you
a
got-
pancake and eggs and bacon over here, so like feel free to eat because I'm eating.
So you're all sitting around. I say all, there's like 3 of you sitting around in your bar with Liv.
Liv.
It's a pretty, I mean, by this point, you guys are pretty famous. And your tavern is, you know, hopping.
It's no longer a peaceful home.
Yeah.
It's basically just a rowdy bar until you decide to close down for the night. So you have Link, he's sitting there, but he's not really paying attention to any of you. He's like plucking away at his loot, just being fucking Link.
Mhm.
Toss a coin to your paladin, oh party of plenty. No?
And then the door opens, and actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and have Jamie go ahead and talk about what Raz looks like. Describe the child.
She's not a child. So she's like 90 years old at this point. Her birthday definitely happened at some point through all of this Waterdeep shenanigans. But she is 5'7", gray-haired, like gray silver. It's usually in some kind of assortment of braids. Her skin is light purple with like kind of bluish tints in areas around her face, like her cheeks, the tip of her nose, her ears. She has a she actually has heterochromia, so she has a blue eye, and then she has a eye that's also blue and brown. And she's rather slim, but she's hiding a lot of muscle for someone of her size.
Yeah.
That's it.
Lindsay, do you want to talk about Fox?
Fox is also 5'7", but she has black wavy hair that's like down to the middle of her back or so, and usually is either braided or just up so it's out of her face. And she has green eyes and tan skin from being outside, like as much as possible. And I think that's about it. Oh, she's 26.
Okay. What about Solro?
I know I sent a picture of him to the chat a while ago. Let me see if I can find it.
He's cute. He's
I'm going to be back in 1
fluffy.
second. I just need to grab one of my books.
Excuse me.
Mhm.
There it is.
You're excused
Okay.
this time.
So I don't know, he's pretty big. I don't know how to he's big and he's like a tannish, brownish, grayish color.
Okay.
I resent it, so.
A good boy.
I'm thinking like the Russian bear hunting dog sort of size. Like that's
Yeah.
the image.
Probably. I don't know, he's fucking big
He was
and
Be a big
muscular.
boy.
large enough for Daffy to ride on him.
Exactly.
Be a
Okay.
big boy.
And he's got enormous paws and he's very fluffy and, you know.
So he's Max, but
Max but bigger, yeah. But
Okay.
thicker.
He's thick.
Much thicker.
Okay. So you two are sitting there with Link, and he's just doing his own thing, not really paying attention to you. And Lift brings over drinks. What are you guys talking about while you're sitting here having a drink at your own bar?
First, we have to thank Liv
Yes.
for literally everything he's ever done for us because he's the best.
He really is the best ghost bartender ever.
He's the best ghost we know.
Lift just kind of like pats you on the head with his chalkboard. Like, not hard. He just like tap tap.
Is that his affection?
Yeah. And then he goes back behind the bar to go continue to work.
Thank you for the bourbon.
How has Raz's alcoholism been? Is it worse?
It's moderately the same to only slightly worse. They did win. But winning also means celebration. So, you know.
Are you dying?
No. Well, no quicker than usual.
Okay. So what are you guys talking about?
Yeah, Fox, what are we talking about?
Well, what do we do now?
What time of day is it?
It's, early evening. So not too early to be drinking.
Or is it?
Or is it?
It's not to be too early to be drinking if you're carrying on from last night.
Valid.
Perfect.
There we go.
Valid.
Yeah, but it's like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
And your eyes are the size of the moon.
Exactly.
But yes, but what do we do now?
Exactly. Are we supposed to just run the bar?
We live. It's
Okay.
as simple as that.
Link kind of looks up and is like, that sounds kind of boring. I can't do his accent.
I'm sure trouble
Sounds
will
kinda
find us
boring.
soon enough.
Yeah. It does have a way of doing that.
While you guys are having this conversation, talking about what you're going to do next, the door opens,
And trouble walks in.
and in walks an elf and a human.
An elf and a human walk in a bar. No, I'm
A
sorry.
human will go far. Sounds like a bad joke. So let's talk about our elf first. Alicia. Your head, hang on, your mic's being weird again.
Yeah.
Please let us hear you.
Yes, get the headphones.
While we're doing this quickly,
Is that your
how much
shoulder?
gold do we start with, the ones who weren't part of the original party?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Oh shit, yeah, I should add that to my thing before.
I'm going to be a relatively poor person compared to these rich people.
Oh, don't worry. We got you.
It's okay, I'll just start stabbing them in their sleep and like clearing them out.
You'll be our human sugar baby.
Woo.
Okay, hold on.
Welcome, hi.
$1,400 gold. No, I can't math. 140 gold.
I was about to say,
I was gonna say that's more than I have.
cool.
So.
I can't math. So you guys can each have 140 to spend how you want. So whether it's on items or you want to keep it as gold.
Okay, I will have a look at the book thing next time.
That's fine. I didn't think about that. I just wasn't here to roll for it. So
That's cool. I was like,
so yeah, just go with 140.
I'd say okay.
Okay, Alicia, try it again.
No, that's not working.
Okay. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, you kind of came in. Try
Yeah,
again.
you're very quiet, but you're there.
Okay. Wait. What the heck?
There you are.
It works fine whenever I'm like recording my own voice. I don't understand.
I don't know, man, but you're there.
Okay. So, Miati is a sea elf, as I've already said. She has very it's not quite emerald, but it's dark green hair, and it's like wavy and down to her mid back. Maybe I should also start with her height as well, so we're aware. But she's only 5'8". You know, it's kind of average for an elf, I guess. Following elf stats and whatnot, she's very slender, but she hides a lot of she has a lot of hidden muscle and tone. And she's 110 pounds because of that. Her eyes are piercing gold, so they really stand out with that dark green hair silhouette. She most commonly wears and is currently wearing a tattered leather vest over a puffy sleeved dark blue peasant shirt, so kind of like that pirate shirt vibe. She has brown leather gloves that cover her hands and they're folded just past her wrist bones. She wears brown leather pants and knee-high black leather boots. A black leather belt sits around her waist, armed with daggers, and a spear and light crossbow are holstered on her back. She sports her former captain's hat, which I will send to the Discord, and a peculiar pendant rests on her neck on a black leather cord, which I will also post in the Discord.
A+.
Island.
And she's kind of tan from the sun.
Kind of.
I understand. All right. And what does our human look like?
So, the human is 6'3", so he's a bit taller than the elf. He has long black hair, just down to their sort of length. All pushed over this side with tucked behind the ear on that side. He is very thin and slender. If he wasn't for the fact that you can see his very human ears, you'd probably think he was an elf. He's got that sort of build to him. He is wearing a red, almost like a dressing gown, but it's not long in the back. It's only long at the front and into pointed tips with no sleeves and a huge red hood. The hood isn't currently up, it's just bundled around his neck. He is completely shirt. He doesn't do sleeves at all. Sleeves are bullshit.
Okay.
So you can see his very slim arms there, and he's wearing hippie pants, like nice baggy trousers, and he has a quarterstaff that he uses for walking.
I love that. So
He
did
doesn't
you?
need it, he just thinks he looks cool.
Did you and Alicia decide how you know each other?
No, but
I didn't think that far ahead.
They literally went to walk into the bar at the same time.
yes. We can just go with that if that's cool because, you know.
Here, let me get the door
yeah.
for you.
Yeah, we both tried to walk through the door, like, just stop, like, let the other one go.
You first. No, you
Okay.
No, you first.
Well, now I have to talk to you because now it's awkward.
Right? I'm
So,
forced
I'll tell
to
you what, what? Wait, okay, hang on. And he just opened the door and...
Okay. So the only open seats in the bar at this point are at the same table as Link and Fox and Raz
Of course.
when you walk in.
Nice.
Like the bar is packed.
I have no idea who these people are because I've only been in the city like a week.
Okay.
So he just goes, what? Well, I'll see some seats over there. I'm going to go sit. Do you want to join me?
Posted those pictures I was talking about. Sorry.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So, as they walk over to the bar, because I assume they're approaching together, yes?
Yeah.
Cool. So, as they walk over to the bar, Miyadi kind of like pauses for a second and like kind of squints a little and then approaches Raz and has a seat next to her, orders a drink, just a regular, you know, ale, whatever's there to offer. Takes a sip and looks over at Raz again. Razowin. Long time.
So Raz is quite used to random people sitting next to her thanks to the bar being constantly overrun with folks. So as this elf had seen, she kind of just glanced at the corner of her eye to make sure there was no immediate threat, and then kind of went back to looking at Fox because Fox is her bestie.
I ship it.
What? Kind of looked again when this elf spoke, but they weren't facing her, so she just kind of looked away. And then full on turns after her name has been said and just kind of makes a face like, who the fuck do you? And then, oh, Miyadi? Is that? Well, you haven't changed a day. What are you doing in Waterdeep?
Well, you know what it is, and she just like takes her hat off and sets it on the bar. You know what I've been doing since the day you met me.
Right.
I guess that path has just brought me here.
Oh,
No leads so far.
well,
No,
that's unfortunate.
pretty sure I'm just gonna end up going to my grave with this vengeance, but
Washkad has just sat there next to her, like, what in the fuck? Who have I walked in with?
What
Yeah. Fox
Glances
just
at the
kind of
human.
leans around like, do you know
Oh.
this person?
Oh, Fox, yes. Miati, you must meet my dear friend Foxina. Foxina, this is Miati. We know each other. What has it been? 40 or 50 years? Or something like that.
Something like that. Time goes too fast these days.
It sure does. But yeah, I spent a lot of time with Miati after I lost Danny, and we just kind of fell away. Our ways went on different paths. But it's great to see you again. No, I'm kidding.
Well, welcome to our bar.
Oh, you own this place.
Sure
We
do.
do.
Didn't take you for the type to be owning businesses, Raz.
No, I never thought I would settle anywhere, but things
I
change.
certainly don't plan to.
Well, maybe I'll change your mind this time.
We'll see.
And who's your friend?
Mhm.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I am the Wizard Washgale.
Oh,
Do you happen to know where I can find a fellow known as Link Ablet Tom?
Ableton? Link
Oh,
Ableton?
that's the one, yeah. I'm terrible at pronouncing the names. Not from around here.
Link just kind of like leans around the girls and is like, hi.
Right, yeah, we met last week. Game got busted. You owe me a game.
This is why you tell your DM things, because I have no idea what's going on.
This is in the backstory. I sent you.
I read that like weeks ago.
Well,
That's
pause,
yo.
quick, reread it.
No, just tell me. Just tell me.
Basically, they are so Washgate is a horrific gambler, and met Link at a game, at a card or dice game. We haven't actually decided that, but it got interrupted, so neither of us knows who the winner is. So Washgate has just like been looking for him, like, I must settle this. I must know who won.
Aw, that's cute.
That is
his
that is his
addiction has
reason for
driven him
being
to
here. He's
our
like,
bar.
I want to. So I was
I
like,
love
oh,
this.
Bats isn't going to be here today. That could be interesting.
Yeah, because yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, all right, that's cool. But yeah, so that's all right. Doesn't have to be now, but at some point, I will beat you. Just let you know. All right, it's on my goal now.
Oh, wait, quick question, out of character.
Yes.
Because business has been booming, has it been possible that we've put on an extension and made this so that people can get rooms here as well? Is that
Yes.
okay? Cool. So
Yeah.
back in character. If Raz interrupts them, be like, "Oh well, if he doesn't want to play your card game now, just hang a room and hang out."
All right, yes. How much is a room for like a week or don't?
If you're a friend of Miati's, it's free.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
He's my
Yeah.
friend.
Quick, mate.
He's totally my friend.
30 seconds. Best friends. I'm a very friendly person. Ask anyone.
Yeah, if you've gained her trust enough to be a friend, yeah, I consider you a friend too.
He's nodding, like, yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
So while y'all are talking, Miati like kind of glances over to whoever's like sitting next to her, not one of the party members, but like an NPC, right? And she glances over to whoever's sitting next to her and tries to take their coin purse.
Because, like, I like that you sat next to Raz. Washgale is next to you, so you're sort of reaching around Washgale to steal some's coin purse.
She's slender.
love
She's
it.
got long arms.
I love it.
So is Washgale. It's just
Make
like,
a sleight of hand check at disadvantage because Washgale is between you and the person you're trying to take the coin
And
purse.
Raz is watching you.
I mean, She don't care if they see.
I mean, fellow thief, but no thievery in my bar, she says as she's proudly stolen from drunk patrons.
It's a 10 both times, so.
Okay. You like cut the strings on his coin purse, on this like half orc's coin purse, and
Mistake.
you go to like try to catch the bag, but it like slips through your hand and just like clatters against the floor. But because the bar is so loud, he doesn't hear you, or he doesn't hear it happen. There's just now a coin purse on the floor.
Okay, she's gonna get up from her seat now and pick up the coins and tap the half orc on the shoulder. Excuse me. Looks like you dropped these. And he just like holds them out, but she had already pocketed like 3 of them.
He like turns and like reaches down to see where his coin purse is, and then it like looks at you and is like, thanks, and just like snatches it back from you. And is like really confused because he thought it was like secure, and he's like, what the fuck? I will tell you while I'm thinking about it, Raz, you have 2 levels of renown with the Zents.
Party at the Zents. No.
And Fox has 2 levels with the Emerald Enclave.
Ray.
So is it 2 total or 2 in addition to what we've already earned?
2 total.
Okay.
And Maya's unhappy. While you're all sitting there, like enjoying your drinks, is there anything else that you want to do while you're hanging out?
Subtly call out her friend. I saw
Go
that.
for it. I kind of want to be like, make a shade check.
A shade. Like,
Oh, now you know my life, you know.
You know what? No. Make a charisma check.
Oh, okay.
Because that's going to be a shade check.
A
Shade
shade
check.
check.
Throw shade.
Just like a straight charisma check?
Yeah.
All right, that's a 17. I'm
Go
quite
ahead and
compelling.
shade the fuck out of your friend.
Just, I don't like those games being played here. Unless I'm conducting them.
My first thought was like, you were going to say, I don't like those games being played here, especially when they're not played well.
Oh,
that
that's
would've
so
been
much
good.
better.
That would have been good.
Retcon.
That's beautifully savage. I love it.
Shady icon right here.
Miyadi just like picks her hat up off the bar and sets it back on her head while she like takes another drink. Come now. You know how it is.
What's Fox doing during all of this?
Drinking.
Drinking.
Drink.
Shot.
Because Jamie, Raz definitely knows Miyadi's backstory, obviously, since they met.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So while you're all sitting there, a messenger brings a letter straight to Raz.
Ooh. Why,
And
thank you.
It has the Zent's seal on it.
Oh, wonderful. Casually plucks her dagger out, rips open the letter.
Okay.
What's this bitch say?
So it is a letter from Halia Thornton. Actually, go ahead and make a history check for me. Anyone that wants can see the letter.
This
Oh,
bitch doesn't know much about history, so is a 6.
That is 6.
I will try. Hang on a second.
Raz is still so dumb.
Miyadi got a dirty 20.
Okay.
I
Rude.
also got a dirty 20.
Rude.
She's gonna know the 2 people on the side of Raz.
Looking over her shoulder.
So
Washgale's looking over the top of Miyadi. He's got 17.
okay, so Raz, you know that she's a Zent, but you don't really know anything other than that about her.
Cool.
Washgale knows that she is a Zent, and she's also the guild master of Phandolin's Miners Exchange. Why are you standing outside my door playing bingo?
I was gonna say I feel like I just heard Pokemon Go start.
No, it was bingo. It was my mother playing bingo on her iPad.
I love your mom. Oh my god.
That's beautiful.
I love my mom too. So, yeah, you know that she's like a bad bitch that you don't fuck with. Okay? Now, Miyadi and Fox know that, like, Halia Thornton is a scary bitch. So she's from Phandalin, which is a town, or it's a village in the mountains. And it's it's in the north. It's like in it's like in the northwest part of Faerun. So you have a letter, like you would know that Phandalin is it's a mining town where they export iron. Yeah. And you know that Halia is like the person that like nobody messes with. And she is super ambitious.
We have that.
So yeah. So Raz gets this letter that basically says that Halia has heard rumors of about like an important delegation. She doesn't really know what they're supposed to be doing, but they've gone missing somewhere in the Deseret Valley. She's asking you to she's heard that you defeated the Castlanters, and is asking you to investigate the situation on behalf of the Black Network.
From what valley was it?
The Deseret Valley? Hold on, I'll type it to you.
So Raz is looking at this letter. Immediately after opening it, she signs the signature. And she mumbles to herself, kind of to herself and to Fox, because, you know, it's Fox. It's like, something from Halia Thornton? And then starts to skim it and kind of just mumbling to herself and explaining what the letter says.
The letter also tells you that she heard this from a trapper who'd heard about it in Red Larch. So she's suggesting that you, like, it basically says that she suggests that you go there first and find the trapper and then go from there.
So after Raz finishes mumbling about the letter, she kind of looks at Fox with a smirk and is like, what did I say about trouble finding us? Looks like we've got our next adventure.
Never fails.
And then kind of looks at Miyadi and is like, how long did you say you were in town for? Oh, can't hear you. Oh no.
Nope.
Fuck.
I don't know what's happening.
There it is.
A little bit.
Hey.
So, Miyadi just is like, I don't have a time limit.
Care to join us on our next big adventure?
Miyadi is gonna down the rest of her drink and is just like, I don't see why not.
We don't have to start tonight. We can keep drinking. And she kind of look over.
Oh
at-
my god. Oh my god.
Nice. Raz would look over to Washgale and be like, I assume you want in?
If you're taking the Mr. Ableton, I'll be with you all the way.
Let's just start inviting random strangers into the group, Raz. That's really
I'm not-
smart.
That ended up real well last time.
I'm not a random stranger. You can certify me. I came from the Ardleyseen Academy, the well-known wizarding school.
I just
I
spilled
have
beer
a
everywhere.
certificate, not on me, because that would be really dangerous. Could get it lost, but I do have one.
Does the letter mention how many delegates have gone missing?
All it says is there's an important delegation that has gone missing somewhere in the Desserin Valley.
Okay.
It's kind of vague.
Yeah, really? What the fuck?
Is anyone proficient in cartography? Or with
Where-
cartographer's tools?
Damn it, I went for navigation.
I don't think
Well, I mean that'll work.
Yeah. I have navigator's tools and I'm proficient in them.
I also
Okay.
have navigator's tools.
Are you proficient in them?
Yes, she's a.
Okay.
She's a what?
I would never have
What?
guessed.
So what? Like adjust the hat on her head.
Covers the Jolly Roger.
Make me a honestly, just make me a straight knowledge check or an intelligence check.
Okay. So with proficiency, if you're proficient with it, or
Yeah, if you're proficient, just make it with your proficiencies.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bonus with the proficiency bonus.
yeah.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
8.
Also, quick side note, are we running with Spade's idea that we can't roll lower than our passive?
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. I like that.
I'm looking at something so that I
Really
make sure.
cool rule.
So, so Washgale would know. So hold on. First, Miyadi knows that all you really know is that Red Larch is north of Waterdeep. That's really all you know. Washgale knows that it's basically a way stop on the long road, and it is 7 days north of Waterdeep.
He relays that. So,
And it's located atop a low ridge along the western edge of the Desserin Valley.
he relays that information.
Wow. Fox will really have to get some people here to watch over the bar.
Yeah, this is gonna be a trip.
Just to let you know, if we meet a dwarf there with pink hair and a ginger beard, I might owe him some money. Don't worry about it. Clear it up, no problems.
We're gonna have to have words with
terrible
Danica.
gambler. He just gambles everywhere he goes.
He's wonderful.
Yes, you'll be clearing that up. We will not.
All right. No, I don't care that he's going live. I don't care. So what is your plan? What do you want to do?
Well,
I think we need to talk to Liff and our
And
Employees.
Danica and Dasher and Brian. I'm sorry, Bryn.
Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen.
Yes.
By this point, you've also hired a
Better
few.
people? Did we fire the sketchy Kelso?
Also, yeah.
Yes.
I don't have a good
You also
memory.
hired a couple of Genasi.
Bless you.
One is named Sail, and one is named Flare. Flare is a fire Genasi, and Sail is an air Genasi.
I was really hoping they'd be called Sail and M.
Your
So,
positions.
so Sail is a bartender. She helps lift out. And Flare is a bouncer.
I like keeping notes about our employees.
You take better notes about your employees than I do about my own fucking bar.
You know, we could also talk to
Flip back, flip back.
Flip. I know who I want to say, but I can't think of their names. Avi and Embrick
Our besties.
are good pals.
I still have that.
And
Dagger
have them
Avi
check
baby.
in on the bar every once in a while we're gone.
Okay.
Yes. Well,
I know they have their own shop to run, but
they can peek in on ours
yeah.
for free beers.
It's when you come back and there's huge advertisements for their shops on the side of the bar.
That's fine. They did good work here.
We love them.
The entire bar is an advertisement for their work.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's still pretty early in the afternoon. I mean, it's, you know, it's getting to be close to like, well, early in the evening, I guess. It's like getting close to 6:30 at this point.
I mean,
What did
like
you
by
just shove into your face? Like,
none of your business.
oh, okay.
But I feel like by the time they pack up for a trip, it's too late to actually start going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think we would go anywhere that night.
It's time to party with old friends and get drunk and make bad decisions.
You're not wrong.
Isn't that all the time?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Sounds like me when my parents are out of town. I just almost shot Angry Orchard out my nose.
Oh no.
So you spend the evening, Raz getting drunk with her old friend, Washgale gambling in the bar, Link playing his music on the, like, basically standing on the bar playing his music and hanging out. And Fox, what are you doing?
She is
Get drunk with
drinking and
us,
finding
Fox.
someone to dance with.
Hey.
Make a charisma check for me.
That is a big old 8.
So you're trying to find people to dance with you, and it's just not going your way.
No.
Like,
Who wouldn't want to dance with
What
the
scale
owner of a
like
bar?
notices and just takes the loss in the game he's playing and goes and dances with her? Because like that you can't leave someone dancing on their own. That's wrong.
oh,
I love it.
He can't dance, but he's just there like quarterstaff in the air, Tuscan Raider style.
Oh, she takes it. That's fine.
And-
Raz orders another shot for her and her friend.
So you guys are just drinking and dancing and enjoying your night. And you finally like settle down and head to bed at like, 2 a.m. when you finally like start shutting down the bar. Raz is shit-faced.
As always.
Would Miati be doing shots with Raz?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
So Miati's fucking shit-faced.
Okay. Oh, Miati's 180, just so you guys know.
Okay.
Yeah. Washgale is such a baby. He's 25.
It's okay. Fox is a baby, and Link isn't
Link's in his 30s, I think.
Okay.
right. Yeah, it's
just y'all old.
yeah.
I need to find some super glue because my nail's coming in.
Uh-oh.
Yum.
Yeah. No, like my fake one.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna super glue my real nail back on the nail bed.
Hey, I
Yeah.
mean, why not?
You never know.
If it's
No, my
ripping
fake
in the
nail is
wrong
coming
place-
off because it's like
Okay.
they've grown out so much. I need to get them redone.
Right.
But yeah, so is Fox and Washgale drinking while they're dancing, or are they just like?
Washgale actively doesn't drink because he's been gambling and he never drinks when he's gambling because he knows what a bad idea that is.
But now
That's
he's
fair.
dancing.
Yeah, Fox is drinking and dancing though.
Okay.
Washgale is a gentleman. He doesn't drink.
Well, he will not. He's gonna drink.
By the end of this, if you're not an alcoholic, you didn't do it right.
Honestly, though, yeah.
Yeah.
So Link goes to bed before the rest of the party, because that's just buzzkill. And says that he's gonna go pack, so he can be ready to leave in the morning.
Smart.
And then by the time you're all ready to go to bed, like Liff just like won't let. Well, actually, yeah, no. Liff is just trying to like keep Raz from trying to go up the stairs because Raz is drunk enough and he's seen how that works.
You mean like when she face plants and gets damage?
Exactly.
That doesn't
Washgale
go
just
well.
sort of, you know how roller coasters go like that.
Yeah.
He does that with his staff and just sort of walks Raz up the stairs.
What a good.
Raz is drunk enough to let it happen,
Like he's got
but
enough older
pouty about
siblings
it.
that he's done this with. He's just like, okay,
She's like, "You sure know what you're doing, huh?"
what? Yep, done this with my older brothers and sisters so many times. Can't handle their drink.
I can handle my drink.
Yeah, I'll believe you. Absolutely, you definitely can. You just drank another one. That's a lot of drinking.
I love Washgale. Oh my god.
He may or may not be loosely based off Korg.
I need to do something really quick while I think about it. Because Fox is also drunk, is Fox gonna try to go up the stairs?
Yes.
For bedtime?
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And Silver's probably gonna try and help her.
Okay.
Oh,
She's
so-
probably hanging on to him and also the railing. Like,
Make a dex save at advantage.
okie dokie.
I mean, at least Fox only has to go up one floor.
Yes.
Raz has to
that's
go
true.
up two.
Oh, 13.
Eventually, y'all
18.
can take the attic.
Okay.
And
You make it up the stairs without any issues. I mean, you stumble a little bit on the last one, but
Yes.
Silver catches you before you like fall down.
Aw, baby.
So Liff takes Miati to a room on the first floor,
Oh, most excellent. Thank you.
so that you don't run the risk of dying. Trying to
Right.
fall.
Miati just like when she enters the room, she finds the chair at the desk or like a chair against the wall or wherever it is, right? And just like sits down and throws her legs, like she never sits right in a chair. So she like throws her legs over the arm of the chair. And
So it's like the Darth Maul on TikTok.
I don't know what that is. She throws her arms over.
You've never seen them?
She
Oh
throws
my
her
God.
legs over the arm of the chair and like lowers the hat over her eyes and like just like leans against the back
This
of
bitch
the
is
chair.
about to sleep in a chair.
Liv like writes on his whiteboard and then taps on it to get her attention, and he writes, "There's a bed."
And she like gets up and like tosses the hat on the chair and then like flops down on the bed.
Okay.
Although she falls asleep, she doesn't need it because she's full elf. So
Yeah.
it's
Full
purely
elves
for
don't
fun.
need to sleep.
Nope.
They just meditate. Oh, they don't even need to do that technically.
4
What the
hours of
fuck?
meditation gives her the same benefits as 8 hours of human sleep.
Bitch.
Yeah.
But she falls asleep because she's drunk and dreams are fun.
Oh, yes, they are in this house.
I was gonna say not in this party.
Washgale sort of like deposits Raz and is like, I didn't think about where I was sleeping tonight. So just sort of like finds a corner, takes off his cloak, puts it down, uses prestidigitation to make it nice and cold, and goes to sleep on it on the floor. It's like, yes.
In the
Aw.
corner of her room?
No, in the corridor, like just outside,
Oh.
just curled up in the corner. Like
Liv would give him a room.
He came
he's
back.
just like, it's fun. I've got them in there. I'm gonna go sleep here, and just goes to sleep on it.
I can't wait for Raz to find him in the morning.
He's also like that's the only thing he wears is this sort of cloak thing. He's shirtless underneath. He's like, that's fine.
So everybody go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
I don't like
I'm
this.
gonna go to the restroom as well, if that's cool.
That's fine.
Do we want to roll high or low?
You want to roll high.
Oh no.
Remind
Let's-
me again how these dice work together.
So you have a percentile dice that should look like that.
Yes.
That is the tens, and then you roll the d10, and that sets your unit, your singles. If you roll the double zeros on the percentile, that is either 0, or if you roll that and 0 on the d10, that's 100. It's
So if
very
I rolled
unlikely.
a 3 and the double 0, am I
You got a 3.
That's a
You got a 3.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's good. That's
Well,
I did that. I got a
let's
15.
recall for a moment that she just reunited with a friend or a friend who came into her life after an incredibly traumatic event.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
no.
I was waiting on that one.
So thank you for the nightmares.
I was waiting on that one, buddy.
I'm interested to see what the nightmares are going to be for Washgale, because they're like,
What
I
did
don't
Washgale
know.
roll?
Washgale got a 15.
It's better. You're not going to take damage.
Oh no, God, that's a possibility. That's scary.
Do I have to roll for psychic damage?
Lindsay,
That's
what'd you
not a
roll?
good smile.
I got an 89.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice dream.
Are you gonna roll
That's
for
the
Link?
first time I rolled well.
No, I'm not going to do Link because I don't have the patience for that right now. I'm honestly like fucking tired, man.
Alicia, I rolled a 3.
Oh my gosh.
So what did Miati get?
A 46.
Okay, so we're gonna start with Fox. So she falls asleep and dreams about visiting Daffy in the forest and taking Silro and like just wandering through the forest with Daffy, who has like a swarm of bumblebees that follow her around now.
Aw.
But like they're giant bees. So they're like adorable, fuzzy little bumblebutts,
Love that.
and they're the best.
Amazing.
And it's like the chillest dream ever, and you wake up feeling like super refreshed. And just super happy and like calm and content. Okay. Next is Miati. And you got a 40 what?
6.
46?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a pretty normal dream about being on a ship. But it's your ship. And everything seemed normal, but things are slightly off. And you don't have your necklace. You wake up feeling like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like not upset, but just uncomfortable. Okay. What was wash scale again?
15.
15. You dream that you have gambled away your entire family, like estate and savings, and like your family hates you.
Aw.
Like it's this dream of your mother like just being so disappointed in you.
Honestly, that could have been worse. He is aware that that's a real possibility.
But you like wake up feeling just like depressed and like really sad and like almost a little bit panicked. Okay. Now Raz, with her 3, you want to tell everybody about the flashbacks you have?
Do you want me to roll for psychic damage first or after?
After.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, give me 1 second to think of exactly the moment we're flashing back to. Because I'm wondering how much to reveal to you guys as players that your characters won't know now. It's very tempting.
Player knowledge, we just remember player knowledge
Right.
versus knowledge.
So, ooh. Okay, so the dream. Oh man, am I too drunk for this? No, I'm kidding.
What you say goes.
I know, that's why I need a moment to.
Collect.
Yes.
And I think I just want to let you guys know, I think I'm going to call it after dreams are done.
Okay.
That's perfect.
That's
Because we don't
fine.
have Link, I don't want to start in the actual adventure.
Right.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay, so in the dream. So like, you know how you're in a dream and you wake up in your dream and that's the dream?
Yeah.
Okay, so Raz gets startled awake by a scream and she sees across like a small campground tucked between trees and it's like a fire, but it's just glowing embers and she sees shadows across the way and she can see her best friend, Danielle, sword out fighting someone, and Raz barely has time to react before someone's swinging a sword at her and just has enough time to roll out of the way, grab her dagger and throw it at them and hope it hits. It does. It hits his neck. He falls. But there are like 5 other people around attacking Danielle and Raz, and they are scrambling. And you think you're okay for a second, and then Raz gets slashed across the side by someone, turns and thankfully gets them back. But across the way, witnesses as her best friend gets a sword to the leg, then to the abdomen, and then someone is hitting her in the throat with a dagger. And
Are you crying?
no,
Oh, I was just about to be like,
it just got really hot in here all of a sudden. Raz stabs the one person in front of her in the chest with her dagger, turns and knocks down the other person, races across the way, murders the shit out of one other person, knocks the other guy down, checks on her best friend as she is gurgling blood. Daniela's trying to say something, but Raz can't hear her. All she hears are more footsteps coming. She turns and she runs, and she runs, and she runs, and she wakes up as her dream self is falling forward and reaching for something to steady herself. You know, that feeling of falling as you reach for something. That is how Raz wakes up in a panicked sweat, crying out. Yeah, that's her nightmare.
D6.
Roll what? D6?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, it's a 1.
Okay, so you take 1 psychic damage.
Could have been a lot worse. Boy, oh
So-
boy.
Because you had a bad dream and cried out, and Washka woke up panicked, he
Oh.
would literally hear you cry out and burst into the room, an orb in his hand, and 3 dots of fire around it, ready to like start blasting shit.
I don't care how big the room is. I said I cast Fireball.
Raz doesn't see anything except for something glowing in the doorway because this bitch has
Yeah.
tears in her eyes.
He didn't even put on his cape or anything. He just walked in, quarterstaff in one hand, orb in the other. Like, the fuck?
Who I got?
Yeah.
Can Raz
Like
grab the
charting
dagger
in
out from under
arcane.
her pillow and throw it?
Yeah.
I apologize, Washgal.
I mean, that's
No,
very
no.
valid. Somebody's breaking into your room
Yeah.
and you don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, roll a hit.
Roll the hit. I'm
You're
sorry.
gonna hit. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Wizard takes 1d4 bad
I wish I
damage.
could roll this on a normal day. It's a 17 plus whatever would it be? What would
Yeah, no, that hits. I
Yeah.
can already tell you that hits.
Yeah.
Buddy? I'm sorry.
Okay, well he's gonna drop the scorching rays that he had ready to cast shield, and then use his freaking clasping to add another 2 to his AT to make him 19. So
Okay,
he just sort of goes.
wait, but when it's with her dagger, her hit is a +5. So I don't think that helps you.
What is that overall? Is it higher than 19? You just watch him try and throw up a shield and just get stabbed anyway.
Roll your damage.
Wait, no.
Oh, so it's only a 4.
That's right.
Wizard takes 4d6, takes 4 slashing
That's okay.
damage.
That's only like a fifth of his health. It's fine.
How?
Wizards are squishy.
Yeah,
Yes.
he had like 20. He had like 26 health to start.
Unfortunately.
All those memes like wizard takes 1d4 sleeping damage.
Yeah. He's like,
As the dagger leaves Raz's hand, she realizes what's happening, but cannot stop it. So she is horrified once again and takes another
she
psychic
sees
damage.
as the orb goes from having 3 red dots around it to sort of forming a shield in front of him, and the dagger just goes through just as it would have, like just before
Right,
the shield comes down.
It knits together right
Yeah.
after the
As the
dagger
dagger.
gets through.
Yeah.
Ugh. And
You
she's
know
like,
when like Bellatrix throws the knife at Dobby, and Dobby's just there, like, he's just there like.
and she watches this dagger hit him in the shoulder, and she's like, "Oh my god, why are you in my room?"
It's alright, it's fine, don't worry about it. It's alright, it's cool. Not the first time this has happened. You yelled out, I thought I'd come in, check you're okay. It's a minor dagger wound, it's fine. He's just thought that I should probably do something about that, but I'm just going to walk downstairs and have a drink for now.
At fucking 8 a.m.
Right?
Yep.
Liz, please take care of him.
Sort of goes outside, goes to put on his cloak, doesn't want to bend down and sort of lifts it up with his quarterstaff and wanders downstairs.
Wait, I need my dagger back.
You still have my dagger in your arm.
Oops.
Oh God.
I was like, wait, he's right outside the room. He just heard a yell from inside. Yeah, he would absolutely burst in.
All right.
That was eventful.
That was an eventful hour and a half.
I'm so sad Jordan missed it.
And
I
the
know.
party,
I know.
and half the party is taking damage
You're
before
not wrong.
combat has even started.
Yeah, basically. There's been no combat, and half the party's already taken damage. So, we will pick this up next week with Jordan, and we'll do a recap with him, so that he can know what happened with the party and what the plan is. And then next week we'll get on the road. You have a 7-day journey through the forest and
The grandmother's house. Oh.
on the long road, which is not the safest place to be. So at least it'll be fun.
Especially not if you wake up from a nightmare and
I mean, to be fair, for Washgale, anywhere that isn't a city that he probably owes someone money is a safer place to be.
Valid.